Hello everyone. Today I am showing you new video which will show you that how the DNS request flow. So basically it will show you in layman language, you can say that what happens after hitting the URL. So basically it is better to understand that if you open the browser and you type any URL, like if you want to open any website, to type the URL, type the address of that website. So and when you type, something come and it shows on your browser, but nobody or very few knows what happened at the back end. So let's suppose this is the browser. I am just typing www.google.com. Now press enter. So you have seen that this page has come. So but what happened behind this? How did it find the google.com address, and how it locate the Google server? What a lot of things happen within seconds or within a fraction of second, in milliseconds, you can say. So let's understand this. Yeah, but before that, please subscribe my channel to keep updated with my latest and upcoming videos. So so basically after OS cache, it goes to the router cache. Router cache is provided by your ISP, internet service provider, and if it is not resolved by the router cache or OS cache, then it goes to the resolver server. Resolver server is nothing but a internet service provider. So the query is sent to the ISP, where DNS query runs in the ISP cache. So let's understand from this diagram. So when you hit in browser, when you hit any URL in that browser, it first check the browser cache, then OS cache, then router cache, then ISP cache. If it is not found in ISP cache or resolver server cache, then it goes to the root server. So so basically the root server or top level servers of the DNS hierarchy. So basically in searching the IP address of the top level domain means suppose you have entered a www.google.com. So .com is the top level domain. Your .net, .goe, .org, .in. So these are the top level domain. So first it goes to the searching the IP address to the top level domain. So that is called the TLD server. So if IP address is not resolved at root server, then it goes to the TLD server, that is called the top level domain server. So basically TLD, top level domain server, store the address information of domain name. It tells the resolver to ask it to authoritative name server. So basically authoritative name server is responsible for knowing everything about the domain name. So finally resolver gets the IP address associated with the domain name and sends it back to the browser. So after getting the IP address, resolver stores it in its cache, so that the next time if you open the same URL or sending the same query, then it does not have to go to all these steps again. It can now provide IP address from their cache. So that's why when you open any website in second time or third time, it will load faster because it is returning DNS query is getting fulfilled by the browser cache and response time is faster. So basically these steps are followed when you open any website in browser. Here you need to understand the recursive name server and authoritative name servers also. So authoritative name server is the server that stores DNS records like A record, CNAME, MX record, TXT record, and respond to the queries for locally stored DNS zone file. There is a zone file where these records are stored. But recursive name server is a server, DNS server that receives queries for informational purpose. It just has the information. It just stores the information. It's in cache memory. These servers do not store DNS records. So it will search the cache memory for an address linked to that IP address of the website. If the recursive name server has the information, then it will return a response to the query sender. Otherwise, the queries will be sent to the other recursive name server. So basically, there is not a single recursive name server. There is a chain of recursive name servers, and it continues until it reaches the record. It reaches the information to any of the recursive name server, or it reaches the authoritative name server, where the information, all the information is stored and the IP address is provided. So basically, this is the process where you can understand how the DNS query is resolved and the IP address of the server where your website is hosted or any website is hosted is found, and then it shows the content in the browser. Now, one more thing you need to understand: what happened after the IP address of the website is found. Once the IP address of the any website is found, it initiates connection with it. So basically, there is a communication over the internet is done following the internet protocol. So there is a protocol that is called TCP/IP protocol. So there is a rule. There are set of rules where the TCP/IP protocol rules are followed. So there is a connection between the client, means your laptop or desktop, and the server is established. So establishing the connection, it is a three-way handshake process. When you meet someone, you had just handshake. In the same way, client and server also handshake. So when IP address is found of the website, a client computer sends a sync message to the server, and the server receives the sync message from the client, and it opens a new connection. It sends the acknowledgement, and it sends the acknowledgement with sync message as well. And when client, means your browser or your laptop, receive the sync message from the server, it acknowledges by sending the ACK message. So there is a three-way process. Client send the sync, server respond with sync and ACK, then client is again respond with ACK message. So when the handshake is done, then content from the server is loaded on your browser. So after checking the URL, server know what content it has to send. So it respond with all the content of that URL to the browser, and browser shows all the content in your on your screen. So basically that's it. This is the process, all the steps followed when you hit any URL on your browser. This is I can explain. This is a lengthy process. Basically, it took almost 10 to 15 minutes, 10 minutes in explaining this lengthy process, but it happens in a fraction of seconds to complete. So I hope you now understand what happens when you hit any URL in your browser. So just subscribe my channel and keep updated for the upcoming and latest videos on the technology related to DevOps infrastructure. Thank you guys.